Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here with our second Wednesday Speed Duel tryout. Well, not today, but this one is going to center around, obviously, the Magic Cylinder trap card. Now, it has had a few erratas over the years, and the erratas have made it more and more fair as we go. So one of the more original ones would be this SDSC one here. It says negate the attack of one monster the opponent controls and inflict damage to the opponent equal to its attack. Now, the way that one would say is, right now it's considered to be non-targeting, which we know to be false because the newer one's right here. We'll go over that here in half a second. But we will be able to essentially negate one attack and turn it into effect damage for our opponent to take for us. So right off the rip, if this was the final variant, I would have to immediately say, no, you should not allow this into Speed Duel because any monster that's just reasonably tall just immediately costs the player the game. So it's like a one card that just immediately fouls out and really destroys a lot of players. Now, when we talk about the upgrade or the newer effect text, when the opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, then negate the attack, and then inflict damage equal to the target's attack value. Now, this is the text that we will obviously have to play it with because it is the most current, most up-to-date variety of a Magic Cylinder. But again, if we just look at just a handful of monsters, that means if you're playing up against somebody who's playing a Sacred Beast, it's an immediate game when the opponent's monster's at 4K because our life points don't start that high. So to have this, probably not going to work anyway just because there are monsters where it's an immediate game situation on the opponent. Second, if we did allow it, you would have to put this on the same level of strength as Reinforcement of the Army, same level of strength as Jinzo, and Zoma the Spirit, honestly. But unlike those other cards, Magic Cylinder is, I don't know, it's a little trickier to gauge because remember, it's going to start face down. It has to be able to activate. So if we just kind of zoom out just a little bit, let's talk some cards that could, in fact, get around it. On the limit to 3 list, you do have the I'm just going to attack. Now, assuming that we limit this card, the Magic Cylinder, to a single copy, the I'm just going to attack kind of makes it fair. It basically means we will keep setting this card on our opponent until we have the means to deal with it. Again, how do we have to deal with it? Well, as I flip through cards, one of the initial things I'm thinking about is Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado is an amazing card. It does a lot of great things. But essentially, it's going to come down to spells. And some of my favorite spells are going to be things like the Cosmic Cyclone. You guys already know I love this card. Along with the Cosmic Cyclone, we have the Galaxy Cyclone. And again, if you read the beginning of the Galaxy Cyclone, it targets a set spell trap, which Magic Cylinder will be one of. And unlike the Cosmic Cyclone, the Galaxy Cyclone is not on the limitations at all right now, which is good. And same thing for Night Beam. Night Beam will target a face-down spell trap that the opponent controls, destroying it. And again, the rest of the effect there with not being able to respond really doesn't matter when you're dealing with a Magic Cylinder because it's very situational in the fact that it is a responsive trap. Now, that said, we still have monsters like Break of the Magical Warrior that could go in and destroy it and while still boarding themselves and still getting an attack later. And then also Chiron the Mage. Should you be running this Beast Warrior variant, you can immediately just discard one spell card. It doesn't even have to be a spell that has anything to do with spell trap destruction. It just has to be a spell card, and then Chiron can go ahead and clean up the play for you. So it's not like it is a terribly hard card to get around, but if you are going to add this to Speed Duel, this is a card that you add and immediately limit to 1. And even though I enjoy doing the street rules, street variant, 3 of, don't worry about the ban list type builds, this is one of those cards where I would 100% agree. If we let this card into the game, if Konami says, hey, you guys get Magic Cylinder later this year with the Back to Battle City, it's for some reason they put it in Yugi's deck with the red Dark Magician from Arcana, then this is going to be a card that needs to immediately be placed on the one-ofs, because legitimately this will over-centralize things. And again, we'll just be playing more and more back row hate when we shouldn't have to. But again, it is what it is. I think it would be cool to see it. It would be then available in like every play format, since then it would be, it's already in common charity, as these are all commons. You guys could play these in the advanced format. In fact, if we reach across the table, we have the trap card Magic Cylinders, which actually like kind of wants you to play this kind of a deck. Where you could base around it, but that's for the master game. That's where you get 8,000 hit points. Guys, we're only playing with 4K. Any type of direct damage, when it's based on the attack of a monster and negating attack, is kind of too much advantage. But it is good to know that the card is available, that we may in fact get the card. But like, if we do, guys, I'm saying like that's a strong one-of. So you let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Maybe you guys want to go ahead and start testing this one for yourself in your own type of speed duel, like home tournaments. Let me know how it goes for you. If there's cards that you guys would like to see, seriously, just let us know. It's so easy for us to do this kind of thing. And again, we're going to finish out the week doing this kind of stuff, where we're going to do like 2 of these a day. Unless, of course, we've got like a really cool one that really needs to, like, it's multiple cards that do something. Like tomorrow, I've got one that's going to be 2 of them for a single day. Just kind of, kind of vibes better. But yeah, if you guys like this, do the things, don't do the things. Do one thing. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Again, we're halfway through the week. Tomorrow will be Thursday. And before you know it, we'll be back into another weekend. So guys, go enjoy yourselves. Go do something you enjoy. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.